Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, the boat scene where, like,
Oh,
"Wait, one
yeah.
last kiss."
And I was like, "Oh, have you guys ever had a boat scene? I love," and everybody just stared at me, and I was
Everyone
like,
else was said no, so
"I have. Y'all need to work on your romance."
Hi, I'm Cade,
And I'm Kit,
and we're real people,
doing real reviews.
and we are starting our episode 1 of season 3, Stories That Stick.
Yes, we have chosen this theme for our third season because we wanted to talk about the cinema that has shaped our perspective as movie critics and reviewers. I think that everybody has film that they remember that was the first movie that made them cry, or the first movie that they maybe saw when they were too young and it stuck with them. And those types of films shape our perspective, and it's what we gauge other pieces of cinema against when we're watching movies. So we thought we would talk about the ones that stick out to us.
Yeah, so we've also leveled up and we've each chosen movies for each other to watch. Most of the films that we're watching this season, the other person hasn't watched. So it is for every 2 episodes. We have a theme kind of going through those, which will be fun and exciting to see,
Mhm.
as well as learn a bit more about you.
Mhm.
Um,
You.
and me.
Yeah.
I'm learning things about me too.
Oh, well.
So for episode 1
Mhm.
and 2,
Yeah.
it is found family.
Yes, which
S
I didn't know what you meant by found family when you first said this as a theme. I was like, because I thought about how you and I found each other and
Oh,
we have that. Yeah. And but then I kept thinking about when I needed found family the most, which
oh,
I think that determined my film
your
choice. Yeah.
pick?
Is that what you thought about when you thought of found family?
Well, I thought you were gonna say, like, you found a new brother or sister,
Oh.
but I'm glad we went that the other way
I
as far as, like, found chosen family.
chosen family.
Chosen family may be better.
Yeah.
Found family,
I mean,
found chosen family.
okay.
Alright. Well,
I
this is Kit's pick, and
yes.
Kit, what did you choose?
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the first one.
The first one?
And I think it's because when I think of times that I really needed, a found family and not just my current family, it was in high school. I think it was because I was very much on a journey of, like, becoming and wanting to make something of myself, and it was important to me that I was looking at my relationships and the people that were speaking into me or speaking over me, that they were looking at what I could become, and I needed my girlfriends for that. And so when I thought of found family, I thought of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants because it's 4 girls who, they all know each other because their moms had met at, like, a baby or Lamaze class, and, the movie is wrapped around their very first kinda summer of them being separated, and yeah.
Yeah. So what did you hope that I'd get out of it?
I well, should I tell you before I hear your
Oh,
thoughts?
before my review?
I mean,
I mean,
I
high level, you chose it. I guess you told me you were looking for family in high school, which this is a what are we
teen.
teen drama
Mhm.
coming of age movie.
It's
So, yeah, tongue twister there on
yeah, I think I was
it.
curious about how you related to the characters because I there was a piece of each of the 4 girls that I relate to,
Okay.
and, so I was curious which sections you would maybe lean into, or if that looks like found family to you, or if it just looks like friendship to you, and, because to me, like, found family is support, and, it's what I look for in my friendships, it's what I look for in my marriage, it's what I look for in my business partnerships. I look for people who are becoming and they are supporting each other as they're becoming, and so, I feel this way about the film, but maybe you wouldn't, and so I was curious if you would interpret it as a found family movie.
Nice.
Mhm,
Okay. So it is about 4 girls
mhm.
in high school-esque,
Yeah, about to graduate.
about to graduate, and it's summer break,
Mhm.
and they're thrifting, and they find a pair of pants
That fits all of them.
that fits all of them.
Mhm.
I feel like we have that kind of effect too.
I
We
mean, sometimes we trade clothes, and some
and and oddly, they always fit.
we yeah.
We have photos. Look at our Instagram.
Yep.
So, basically, they have these pants and they've come to,
Mhm.
um they actually meet back up where their moms met in the yoga studio, and they write basically
Rules for the
rules for the pants in the summer of how they're gonna wear them, what they're gonna do,
Mhm.
because they feel like these pants are lucky,
Mhm.
because it does fit all of them.
Yeah, and so the each of the girls is going somewhere different except for one who's staying in their local town, and so they each get to wear them for a week, and then they'll write what happened when they were wearing the pants and then ship it to the next girl, and that's how they're gonna stay close during the summer, which I thought how supportive and cool.
Yeah, I also thought, obviously in the movie, each one of them has like a different personality. There's one that's like very shy and modest,
Mhm.
who's going to visit her grandparents in Greece. There's one who's like overly confident, who's going to Mexico. She's a soccer player.
Mhm.
I would say she's probably like the ringleader of the group.
Mhm.
Then there's another girl who's visiting her dad because her parents are divorced and finds out that he's getting remarried. So she's having to deal with that.
Mhm.
And then the last girl who's a bit alternative and nerdy, she's building a documentary. She's the one staying at home.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool how they're all very different in their own way, but somehow they have this friendship, and I think, they kinda come together through that. Um,
Do you think that it's because think of the relationships that you had in high school, were they similar to you or were they different like that?
yeah, I mean, I certainly related. I think it's a believable kind of typecasting of where they are and kind of real issues kind of lurking in the outer realm of items. Because like, the soccer player, her mom died. She doesn't have a really great relationship with her dad, so she does lean on the friendship there. Um, and it's kinda depicted through the whole movie that they all kinda lean on each other. However, this is the first time that they're really kinda growing apart and kind of stepping into their own thing,
Mhm.
for that. So,
Yeah. I when I think of high school, like, most of my friends were quite similar to me, and so I think it's interesting to see the reason why they were together was because of these, like, parents that's, like, growing up with each other, and that they were finding reasons to, like, stay in that rapport and stay in that relationship, which I love that. I think it's really cool. They probably learn a lot from each other.
nice.
Mhm.
Well, I grew up on a cattle ranch, so there was no going to Greece for me. However, that would have been lovely. Um,
Well, you could bring the cows to Greece. I'm sure it'd be fine. No?
mm,
No? You were working.
I was working.
You were roping.
I mean,
Roping.
I feel like I relate the most to the girl that's building the documentary
Yeah?
at the house
Is it 'cause
or at home, yeah.
is it 'cause we're building a podcast right now?
I think so. But also too, I do have to admit something to you.
What?
I did have a little tear up in this movie. I cried, just one tear
Is it
cast it
bathing?
down my cheek.
Does
Yeah.
yeah?
So basically the girl that's creating the documentary,
Mhm.
obviously she makes a friend who's this younger kind of girl who's very optimistic about everything and really leans into
People.
people,
Mm.
uh, which is something I try to do. So I related to that. But also too, she's terminally ill. And there's a scene where she's like basically dying in the hospital. And it was very believable.
Yeah, the acting was
Yeah.
tremendous, and the reaction from the documentary maker, her name's is it Tippy? Tippy is the name of that
Tippy.
character. She's basically, like, pleading with the universe to, like, get better, and she's like, "Maybe if you wear the pants, it'll make you better," and it is very, like, what you would imagine when you're so desperate for somebody to get better
Yeah.
and how they respond, yeah. It is a good scene, I like that scene too. I also cried. I
Yeah.
have tears sometimes. That's good. What was that your biggest takeaway from the movie, or what was your takeaway from the movie?
My biggest takeaway from the movie, one, I mean, we also did watch that kind of with our found family here,
We did.
which was lovely to
Mhm,
kinda watch those movies with them and have a good time.
mhm,
But I think in this movie, I think it biggest takeaway. I would say for me, how they, like, leaned on each other in ways that they didn't realize that they would, in kind of the beginning of the movie, and they kinda wrapped the movie up quite beautifully in saying, like, "Yes, we are growing apart, but we can always pick up kind of where we left off."
Mm.
And like you said, I have friendships like that from that time period where, we don't talk every day or every month or potentially every year, but when we do, it's like no time has passed. So yeah, I would say that was my biggest takeaway from it.
That's cool and special. I love that. My biggest takeaway from this movie is in a especially now, I feel like so often people are like, "I'll just meet people at the energy that they give me." Like, "I'll just give what I get given back," and it's very, like, boundary full, and sometimes it's so necessary, but in this
Yep.
movie, it's all of them going massively above and beyond and, like, pushing each other to be there, like, "No, we're taking you to be at your dad's wedding because 'cause you're gonna regret it, and we're just gonna be there for you.
Mhm.
We're gonna drag you from the airport to go and do this. We're gonna do these things," and they show up in ways where they're very much above and beyond, even with the resistant kind of energy, and I think that that's, necessary. I know we did, and I think it makes for such a great ending because there was even a scene where one of the letters had gotten lost, and they didn't know that the soccer player had gone through something, and so the second they find out, they just run to her house and, like, are on her bed, and she's asleep, and they're, like, opening Doritos under her nose, being like, "We didn't know, and we're here, and we're here to make it better," and that's, like, unconditional love. I think it's such a good showcase of that and showing that, like, yes, of course, meet people where you're at and be realistic on your boundaries. Don't be just the giver and surround yourself with takers. But I think that we need people like that in our life to maybe love us in times that we're down and love us through it.
Yeah, and there was also a first love
Mhm.
in the movie, which, you
Which
know me, I love love, so I'm here for it.
you were like, oh, what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah, the boat scene where, like,
Oh,
"Wait, one
yeah.
last kiss."
And I was like, oh, have you guys ever had a boat scene? I love. And everybody just stared at me. And I was
Everyone else was said no, so
I have. Y'all need to work on your romance.
yes,
Okay.
a plug for everyone else.
What rating did you give it?
Alright, don't hate me, but I gave it a 6.
You did,
I liked it.
but you didn't love it. You didn't like the teen drama I made you watch.
I think it's for me,
Okay.
it's like a one and done.
So you think you watched it one time? That's so funny because I most girls that I know have watched it multiple times at
Yeah,
different times. It's
that's
like
fair.
they're "I have the flu" movie. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
You know?
I could see that.
Like a light, fluffy. It is light and fluffy. You don't get light and fluffy on me very often. So
I was actually very surprised we started here,
it's
so
so wholesome. From the horror movie lover. I give it a 7.5. I think as far as the theme goes, I think it hits. I think it's exactly kind of what we were looking for Found Family for me, in my perspective. And I think that the characters are interesting and dynamic in especially because the movie's a little bit older.
Mm,
And so to see kind of more complex female leads and that the subject matter is friendship more than the love story, more than anything else, it's about friendship. And that was really refreshing, to see a female movie that's more wrapped around that than, marriage and those types of things. So it was cool. Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Also, I looked up I did a little research on the movie.
Tell me.
Did you know
No, probably not.
Did you know that this movie was actually filmed in Canada?
I mean, no.
Yeah. So, well, obviously, Mexico and Greece were not filmed in Canada because it's quite cold here, most of the year.
Yeah.
But all of the kind of scenes from the US are actually filmed in Vancouver,
Oh,
Kamloops, and someone's gonna probably comment some lake in BC.
okay. If you know the lake that this was filmed at, please comment below. And then we will also know the lake. That would be great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great first pick,
Thank you.
and, I'm happy to see more.
Yeah. Let's go into our next one, which will be your choice. But before you move on to that, make sure if you are watching this on Apple or Spotify, to scroll to the very bottom and give us 5 stars. Reviewers need reviews so that we can be Rotten Tomatoes certified. So please help and support us that way. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.